This is a tutorial about the feature interactive fill, which is this icon here, interactive fill, or the shortcut key letter G. Okay. So our objective in this project is that we're going to recreate this this poster here or graphic by using the gradient fill. So let's start with analyzing the image here. So I'm going to zoom in here, and this is all vector image, and if you notice this one, these are just gradient fill. Okay, so you hit F4 to view the all of the objects. So what I did to make the tutorial faster is that I extracted the image, which is this one, and the birds here. Okay. So this is all vector image. To check if this is a vector image, you just go to View and click on Wireframe, and you will notice that it is a vector image. In View, Enhance View. Now we're going to start by creating a rectangle. Okay. So I'm just going to make a rectangle like this, and that's for the background. So we're going to start with the background. So we'll make a rectangle there, hit F4, and I'm going to move this one over to the right side. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to create the gradient background. So I think the best thing to do here is I'm just going to move this over on top. Okay. Okay, so interactive fill. So I click on the object and go to my interactive fill and just click and drag. Okay. So when I click and drag, you notice in the property bar here, this is all about the interactive fill. So it's linear. I wanted to make it radial to make it this kind of effect. So this would be the radial. Okay. So I increase the circle by clicking on the, let's go back to interactive fill here, this box here. Okay. Now I'm going to look at the colors here. So if I want this to be orange, it's like orange in the outside. So I click on here, the orange, and I click and drag it to this square here. That's orange. Now in the center, I know it's going to be white, so I click on this one here, which is white, and drag it to the center. Okay, so that's white. Now there's a little bit of light yellow here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on the yellow, and I'm going to drag it here to the center. There. And then in here, it's lighter yellow, so I click on the lighter yellow here and move it to the third line, to the center of this. So now I have three colors now. So 1, 2, 3, and of course the white. You can adjust the fountain fill by click and dragging the box. You notice it's going inside, right? You notice here it's only a small portion, so what I'll do, I'll move this box going in, and this one too. Okay. We can adjust that later. So I can also actually move this one over here because it's a little bit in the center. So I'll do it that way. Okay. And I'll remove the outline by going to your outline tool and click on None. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do this mountain here. Okay, so first I'm going to create a box. So I click on my rectangle tool, or F6, and I create a box like that. Okay, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to create these mountains here. I'm going to use the smart fill for that one. Okay, so I go to my Bezier tool, and it doesn't need to be perfect, but I'm just going to really make it close. Okay, so here I'm creating a mountain. So you just click and click. There. So that will be my first mountain here. Now the second one, same thing. I'm going to my Bezier tool, and I'm going to start from here. Okay, it doesn't need to be perfect. Okay, so just click, and this one will be higher, and there. Yeah. So we're not going to do this these two mountains here first. We're just going to do this one first. So I go to my smart fill, click on that, and click on the first mountain. Doesn't matter with the color. Okay, and I click this one too. Okay. So the first mountain I'm going to you notice here, I'm just going to zoom in here. It didn't do the fill here, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on it again and click on the fill here, and then I'm just going to weld this one. So hold on shift, click on this one, and then click on weld. There. And then now we're going to do this two small mountains here. So I click on my Bezier tool, and I'm going to start from here. We can reshape that later. Okay, hit escape. So that's my first one, and then my small mountain, my other small mountain would be in this side here. Okay. I'm just going to create something like that. Okay. And I'm just going to do a little bit of reshaping here. Okay. And then I'm just going to delete this because that's the line that we created, and this one too, because we already did a smart fill. Now I'm going to do a smart fill again. Click on the smart fill tool, click on this one and this one. Okay. Now to summarize, all of this are, I'm just going to delete this and this. These are separate objects now. Right? So I'm going to hit undo. This button here for undo, undo, undo. Okay. Now I don't need this rectangular box. So just delete that. Hit F4. Now I'm ready to color the mountains. So I click on the object here. I go to my interactive fill. So just click and drag for a start. And then I'm gonna color this one. I know it's lighter brown. So I click here and drag it going to this side here. There. And then this one is black because you see it's very dark here. So I click and drag the black going this side. And then I can just I can adjust the color. Okay. You notice this one has a black outline. There's also a shortcut key to remove the outline. Okay. See, it says black outline. So you go to your color palette and choose the X for no fill. Or so instead of clicking the left button, you just click on the right button. There. So it's none. Now we'll go to the second mountain here. So I click on the object. I go to my interactive fill. Click and drag again. Okay, so you notice this one is darker here and then goes to lighter here. So I click my black, drag my black over this side, and then I drag my brown going this side here. There. Then you can do adjustments here. Okay. And once again, there's an outline, so you right mouse click on this one here to remove the fill. And then we can just adjust. Oh, we can just adjust that later. Now we're ready to do the small mountains here. So I click on this object and interactive fill, click and drag for a start, and then just drag the color here. Oops. Click and drag going this way. Sorry, this way. And then this one should be black over this side. And then I can adjust it there. Okay, now we're ready to remove the outline. I must click on this one here, and I click on this, and I know this is the color here, and then remove the outline. Right mouse click on the X in the color palette there. Now we're just going to fine tune, and if you notice here, if I zoom in here, there's a little, I don't know if you see it, but there's a little bit of white in here, or lighter color. So what you do there is you click on this and then just bring it down there. So you notice you don't see it anymore. Same with this one, just bring it down there. Okay, and then I probably would make it smaller. Not really happy with this orange here. I want to make it darker, so you click on that orange and you go to your palette here for the black, and then hold on Control and click. See, it becomes darker there. I think that's okay. Okay, now we're ready to do this stylized rays here. I think it's the rays of the sun or stuff. Okay, so I'm just gonna count this 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So you got 8 rays. So I'm going to create a rectangle. Okay, so I'll just make it longer. Let's just say about that size. Okay, now there's a way how to duplicate this one. So if I click on this one here, and then in your keyboard, the plus sign in your keyboard, click on plus sign. So there are two objects now there without an offset, and then you hold on Control Shift before moving the object going down. Okay, Control Shift, just to make it so what you're doing here is you're moving it, but it's going to be a straight path. Okay, so you did one already, right? So what you're going to do, you just hit on Control D to create multiple. So 1 2 3 4, Control D, 5 6 7 8. Okay, now we have that ready. So I'm going to select all of this, and I'm going to color it yellow. I think it's this one here, yellow. And I'm going to remove the outline. Okay, the shortcut key, you go here and right mouse click on the X, and outline's gone. Now if you notice, there's like a perspective going down here. So what I'll do, I'm going to group this first, okay, because you can't do a perspective if it's not grouped. So I click on Group, and then go to Effects and Add Perspective. Now in here, in Add Perspective, I can reshape it, bring it down. See, I can do it that way. That's for the rays here, and I can also stretch it by choosing those nodes there. Okay. Okay, so I'm happy with that one. So I go back here. But now there's this from light going to the yellow. So I'm gonna use the interactive, the transparency tool. So you click on transparency and click and drag from here. Click and drag some more. more. You can also move this one. There. And I'll just move it down a bit. Going back here, this one is just a mirror image going here. So what we'll do, we're just going to click on this, okay, and then plus sign in your keyboard to duplicate without an offset, and then just go mirror horizontal, and then move it over to the left side. Okay. You also notice that my objects are all going far from the box. That's okay, because what I'm going to do later, I'm going to power clip that. Okay, so I'm gonna move that this side. I think that's good. Okay, and there's one more here and here too. So I'm going to plus sign in your keyboard. Okay, now I'm going to move it down, and then I'm just going to rotate. So click one more time, and if this one shows up, you can rotate. And I'll just move that going this. Oops, just gonna move that going down here. Okay, rotate some more. There. I can change the transparency. There. And then mirror image again. So plus sign in your keyboard, and then mirror, horizontal mirror, and then move it to the right side. There. Now this one, the mountain should be to front. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on the mountains, all the mountains. So that's the first mountain. Hold on shift, click the second mountain, third mountain, small mountain, and then this one too. And then you go, shortcut key is shift page up, or you can go here to arrange, order to front of page. There. Now if you notice, the mountain is in front already. Now I can see there are three small like rays going there. So again, let's make a tree rays. So I create that one. Okay, plus sign your keyboard and hold on Control Shift and bring it down. So that's one, and then Control D to create another one. Now I'm going to color this yellow. And then remove the outline, right mouse click on this one here, and then group it, and then I'm going to add perspective and bring this down there. I think that's alright. Okay, now I'm just going to make it in an angle, so I'll move it this side here, and then double click so that you can see the rotation pin and go this way. Okay, so that's for that. Maybe some more. Okay, now we're just going to add some transparency. So you click on your interactive transparency tool, click and drag. Okay, there, just make it fading there. And I click on this, and I think it's a mirror image. So plus sign your keyboard, and then horizontal mirror, and move it this to this side here. Okay. And then there's a small one there, so I click plus sign again, move it here, rotate, and maybe just a small one over there. There. Okay. Okay, now we've done the major parts. Now if you notice this one, I'm just gonna zoom in here. There's like a rays of, but there's white and it goes transparent, and here it goes transparent too. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to recycle our graphic, which is this one here. So plus sign your keyboard. Okay, you go in here. Okay, rotate it, so click again, and going this way here, and then instead of yellow, I'm going to make it white there. Now I'm fine in this side here, but then in here, if you notice, this one goes transparent and this one doesn't. Okay, so what we can do, okay, I'm going to create a box here first and put black as a color, and I'm going to bring this one going this side here. Okay, so arrange order to front of page. Okay, so that's white. Right, have to make it white. Now let's make both transparent. So you go to your interactive transparency tool. See this one, this is white, black, right? So it means to say it fades out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make this black too. So I go to my color palette and click this one and drag it over here, which is black. You won't see it for sure. So you click on the white in your palette and bring it to the center. There. Now I can make this transparent by dragging here, and this one too by dragging there. So now it fades out this side and it fades out this side too. There. I think that's fine. Okay, so now we're fine. So I click on it and move it over here. There. And I'm just going to do some adjustments by going to my add perspective, and then I can make this going smaller. There. Or actually I can just mirror it vertically, which is this one here. Drag it up. There. And I'm just going to make it bigger. There. Bit up. Okay. Now let's grab the person. Just gonna delete this first. So I click him and then go in here. Okay, so it won't show up because it's to the back. So arrange order to front of page or shift page up. Now let's see what we have here. Okay. Now, okay, I already I'm done with this one, which is good. Now I'm just going to move it around like that. And then now I notice if you zoom in here, well, maybe before that, what we're going to do is we're going to put this birds here. It's color black, then I'll just make it color white here. Color white and shift page up or order to front of page. Okay, so I'm just going to change the order. This one I'm going to bring it down, this one up. Okay, that's good. Okay, now we're almost done here. Now if I zoom in here, you notice that like there's an orangey thing here, right? It simulates the rays of the sun. Okay, so how do we do that? So I go back here to my artwork. So I click on the person and the plus sign your keyboard. So I have two objects here without an offset. I'm going to make one as orange. Okay. And then now I go to my interactive transparency tool. Click on that and click and drag going down. There you go. Now there's an illusion of there's a sunshine in there. Yeah. Now I also notice if you zoom in here, zoom in some more. See, these rays are to the front, right? That comes from there. And also this one. So what we're going to do, going back here, we're going to make this one to the front. So click on this, which is that one, and then click arrange order to front of page. And to make that visible, go to your transparency tool and move this going there, so that you can just see a little bit of the of the rays. Oh, maybe I'm just going to put some more there. I'll do it with this one too. So click on it and arrange order to front of page, and I'm going to move it closer actually, and I'm going to go to my interactive transparency tool and move the slider going there. There you go. Okay, now the only thing I have to do is I'm going to type in the text and put it here. So creativity, I'm just going to make that bigger and choose the font, which is Franklin Gothic. Move it here. Okay, you can I can adjust that later. And I'm just gonna type in here is okay. So I'm going to enlarge that. Okay. Now since Liberty is the bigger font, I just go to arrange and break artistic text apart, or break artistic text, and then this one I wanted to make it the same font as this, so you click on Liberty. I'm just gonna zoom in here, and you go to edit, copy properties from, text properties of this one. I want to copy it, click, and now they have the same font. I'm gonna move it down here, and then this one I'm gonna make it Franklin Gothic heavy too, but make it smaller. Move it down. I think I had it like that, and then this one too, the author, bring it down. Okay, now let's see the whole thing. Okay, just move this down here. Okay, so we're really almost done here. I just noticed that this one should be a little bit darker, so I'm going to hold on Control and click on this icon here for the black in the palette. Okay, that's good. Now this border here, look at this, and I have lots of, all over the place here, like this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a box, okay, which is I'm going to create. So click on my rectangular tool, and then I'll make a box or a rectangle. Okay, and then, but before that, because I'm going to power clip it, it's best if you want to power clip everything, you have to group it together first. So I'll move this over here first, okay, and I'm going to select all of this, group it, or Control G. Okay, I'm gonna click on group here, so it's grouped together, and then this one I'm gonna move it over this side here. Okay, but the container in power clip should always be in front of the object or the image that you want to power clip. So this rectangle should be in front. So now I click on the grouped objects. Okay. But before that, again, tools, go to options. Okay, make sure and click on edit. Okay, in here in edit, make sure that this one, auto center new power clip contents, is not checked. Okay, so that it won't auto center. Okay. Okay, now I'm ready to power clip. So click on the object, and here's my container, the rectangle. So I go to effects, power clip, place inside the container, and my container is the rectangle. So I'll just go close to the edge and click there. There you go. Now you notice that there's like a radius corner. We can do that here too. So since this is a rectangle, so I click on my shape tool here, click on shape tool, and then in here, see the handles here, so click on the shape tool. I'll just click and drag going inside, and then I'll make a thicker outline. So you go to your outline tool, and so you go to 2, I'll make it 8 there. Just make it bigger a bit. There you go.